So one set of these shocks has metal caps and the other has plastic, which is pretty cool that there's metal ones. So I'll use these on here. And I actually am going to clean this because it's really gross in certain parts, and you know, maybe not a full disassembly, but at least strip the chassis and wipe it down proper and make sure there's not a lot of dirt and whatnot. So yep, gonna get started on these shocks and put some wheels on this thing. Alright, so I went ahead and finished building this off camera, and I got it to be mint. Unfortunately, the original shocks, 3 of the 4 rears that I had were leaking, and so I just replaced them with some newer ones, but I kept the metal caps. So we got metal caps all around here. And these original fronts were doing fine. There's no leaking, so why not use them? Excuse me. Took me a while to get the clutch set up. I just went ahead with Traxxas set up for the clutch and the linkage here, and the clutch bell. It's much cleaner. The old setup was annoying, and I only have one of them, and I don't have the spring that comes with it to go in the shoes. So I just went with the Traxxas one, and I'll probably do the same on this 1.5, if you will, just for the sake of cleanliness, because it's direct fit and it'll work, I know it. So I did some research and I found, you know, the Bug 404 or something like that. That guy's real good at nitro, especially the vintage stuff. So if you're looking into fixing old stuff, the Bug 40 something, I think it's 404, check him out. He helped me figure this out. So I went ahead and I disassembled this one off camera as well. I didn't disassemble every single piece, but I took things off the chassis, cleaned the chassis, and put things back on the chassis. There is one thing that, there's one screw that's, the plastic is stripped on, and it's right there. So one of the things that is a trick that will work is if you take the end of a zip tie and you jam it in that hole, the screw will be able to catch on the zip tie. So I'll be doing that later, but that's just a little tip. You take it and you put it in the hole. You can cut it so that there's no extra hanging out, but once the threads grip that, it'll be like adding plastic into the threads of something stripped. This thing was really clean. There was a couple problems with it to be expected, but nothing major. The bearings in this carrier here were just completely blown out. So other than that, the thing is completely like immaculate. I didn't even refill the shocks or anything. They feel good. We'll just send it. I got to find a new servo horn for this. I didn't like the one that was on there. I don't like that. So, and plus it was hitting on the servo here when it was turning to the left. Sorry, right. Yeah, anyways, so that's where this stands. No rush. Now that I've got it clean, this project is at a point where I can pick it up again and not have to worry or wonder where the hell things stand. With the GT2, I was able to build one engine because I still had a good gasket for the back plate, but the rest of these need new gaskets. And I took some of the parts from this one here because when I was trying to remove the sleeve, I ended up damaging this case a little bit. And this shaft is rusted in place for now, or stuck in place for now, seized. So rather than dealing with that and using a janky case, I'll keep this for spare, but I went ahead and rebuilt a different engine. So I can put this in here. But I'll do that later. I kind of want to move on to something new. It's been a little redundant with this RC10GT2 and RC10GT project, so I kind of want to do something a little different. I haven't decided yet. I've got the HPI Firestorm and the low C Nitro 10 short course truck that I need to work on. I've got some OFNA GP-V2 kits that I need to fix too. So I want to move on to those. I've got some nice 8th scale cars I want to fix. I've got the DM1 and I've got the GP2 as well. So I have a bunch of projects like this I got to get to. It's just getting through these, as you know. So, and I'll be doing some running videos soon too. This is going to be really fun. This came together really nice. I just got to finish buttoning up a few things on it. But yeah, for now, I think this is where I'm going to leave it. And we'll go from there. I do need the engine mount for this. So I'm going to order the engine mount and order the rear gaskets for these. So I can at least rebuild the engines and put them away. And get something, you know, drop an engine in here at least. But yeah, at least now it's at a point where, you know, it's a clean slate for a project. So now we know where everything is. I've got a ton of parts for things. This is the rest of the stuff for here. These are the parts for the GT, or GT1. The good shocks and just extra stuff, transmission stuff. Plenty of parts for the GT2, so we Gucci. Well, thanks for checking it out, and we'll be on to the next one. If you like this stuff, go ahead and drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel, because there'll be plenty of more nitro stuff. If you're not into nitro, keep browsing. Thanks again. Until next time.